Why?
I just feel like...
How old are you, by the way?
I'm 18.
18? You don't have a boyfriend? Oh my goodness.
No,
Hello there and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Clara Chips for another exciting program for you guys. Yeah, wow, today we've got this friend of mine, Zangi Chloe. And Zangi, welcome to the program. Yeah, so today we're going to do something, a little bit different again. So I decided to invite my friend Zangi here so that she can tell us some of the things that she faces at boarding school. She's at boarding school, away from home, away from her parents, away from her friends. So I want her to discuss some of the things that she's facing at school. But to begin with, who is Zangi Chloe? Who are you? What can we say? Say something about yourself. Yeah.
Okay. Zangi Chloe is a teenage girl, like any other girl, except a bit different, trying to discover who she really is.
Really?
Yes.
And what's that? I can imagine. Yeah.
Well, one thing I know is that I'm a poet. Yeah.
Okay.
That's one thing I can say.
Okay.
Poet, yeah.
Okay, so like I said, you're at boarding school.
Mm-hmm.
When did you go to boarding school and what grade are you doing?
Right now I'm in grade 11.
Grade 11?
Yes, and then I started going to boarding school in 2017, grade 10.
Okay.
Yeah, just after writing grade 9 exams. I was actually supposed to go there in grade 9, but then I didn't want to because I felt like I was too young. Yeah, so I went in grade 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so like so far where you are, did you just decide or it was your parents who decided for you to go? I mean, how was it did you just say, Mom, I want to go to boarding school? Was it like that? How was it?
It was a two-way decision because
Okay.
I've always wanted to go to boarding school. And then also my mom wanted me to go to boarding school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so far, what was your first experience? Because I understand that you went in grade 10. Grade 8, you were a day scholar.
Yes.
Grade 9, a day scholar. Now, I'm sure there was that difference. Can you please tell the viewers how it was the first time you went there? I'm sure it was, tell us. We want to know.
So, the first time, I was actually quite scared. I didn't know whether I would have friends, whether I wouldn't have friends. The learning, getting used to a learning environment where you'd be sleeping at the learning place.
Okay.
So it was something to get used to. And I spent the first few weeks of school, I was just alone, just trying to get used to everyone around me. Yeah.
Okay, do you also have boys at your school?
Yeah, okay, so I've been to two schools so far since I stayed boarding school.
Okay.
In grade 10, I was at a school within the Copper Belt. And then right now in grade 11, I'm at a school in Lusaka province.
Okay.
So the one in the Copper Belt is single sex school.
Okay.
And then the one in Lusaka is a cross-sex school.
Okay. So what can you say about your school? Is it a very nice school for you? Are you enjoying it compared to when you were at day school? Is it very interesting? I mean, if it is, what are some of the interesting things that you find at boarding school compared to day school?
Yeah, it is very interesting, and it's because I get to be independent and just be me.
Be independent, that means your parents are not there and
No
then you are
parents.
free to do
Yeah.
anything. Okay.
No parents, you can do anything you want. Yeah,
Anything you want?
The thing
that's
is,
interesting.
this is when your maturity kicks in because you have to think what's right and what's wrong. Would my mom be okay with me doing this? Wouldn't she be okay with me doing this? That kind of thing. So boarding school, it's all about independence and self-love. You have to stick up for yourself because we all go there individually and then we have to learn how to grow up by ourselves because there's no parent to tell you that what you're doing is wrong. Go study, go do this. There it's every girl or guy for herself or himself.
Okay. I've heard some stories like people say that, people at boarding school, some of them, they do all sort of things like smoking, drinking beer. Have you experienced something like that? Maybe your friends tell you that, no, let's go and have some drinks, let's go and do, something like smoking. Have you ever experienced such a thing at boarding school?
No, I've never had such an experience, but I do have like a number of friends who smoke and
Really? When it comes to, since you say that it's also, you also have boys at your school, do you have a boyfriend? I mean, your parents are not there. I mean, the freedom is there, like you said, but do you have a boyfriend, or are you tempted sometimes to have a boyfriend? You know, because you go there for school, and then if you've got a boyfriend, is it disturbing you? Or you're okay with it?
Yeah, well, personally, I don't have a
You
boyfriend.
don't? Why?
I just feel like...
How old are you, by the way?
I'm 18.
18? You don't have a boyfriend? Oh my goodness. Anyway, that's cool, yeah.
Yeah. So personally, I don't have a boyfriend because I feel that I need to be alone to like discover who I really am. You know, you can't do that sort of thing where you want to know who you are when you're with someone else.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just want to grow up by myself. But then, yeah, those things come in where you see someone who likes you and maybe you like them. But then you just have to like control yourself. Like, no, let me just continue with school and then
because
these things
you are
come
there
after.
for school.
Yeah.
Okay. So Zangi, are you a spiritual person?
Yeah, I am.
You are a Muslim?
No, I'm Christian.
You are a Christian.
Yes.
So do you have Christians at your school?
Actually, it's a Christian
It's
school.
a Christian school. Okay, so what are some of the things or activities that you do at your school concerning your religion?
So every Saturday and Sunday we have religious clubs in the afternoon.
Okay.
And then we would meet in our various churches. There's Scripture Union, Bible Study Club, there's Catholic Church, and there's a Seventh-day Adventist.
Okay.
Yes.
So in other ways, are you enjoying life at a boarding school?
Despite all the challenges, I am trying to find the sunshine in the rain.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really difficult. You know, not being with your parents. Sometimes you don't have people to talk to. You go through really bad times and you just have to move on, keep things to yourself. But yeah, so far I've been enjoying.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you share with us maybe one of the challenges, the most challenge that you face at boarding school, you as a person? Is it the teachers, with the pupils, or with reading? I mean, maybe you study a lot or you write too many notes. What are some of the challenges that you can share with us?
I think the biggest challenge, away from academic work, the biggest challenge is self-respect. There's so many people at a boarding school, and then you find everyone, like I'm an introvert type of person.
Really?
I just love being in my own bubble, especially at school.
Okay.
So you'd find that everyone wants to get to know the type of person who you are. They want to push your button and see what makes you upset, what makes you tick.
Yeah.
So then the biggest challenge is having that self-respect, because there's so many temptations. Everyone wants to like get to your last nerve. Yeah.
Okay. That's very interesting. Well, Zangi, I think the other thing I would like you to do, I want you to motivate the viewers out there, since you are 18 years old, and I want you to just give them motivation about life and how you see life, your vision in life. Maybe they can learn something from you, because this program is all about motivation. It's all about self-love. So what can you tell us about self-love? What do you understand about self-love? And what do you want to do as a person? What do you want to contribute to this world? Why are you here on earth? What is your purpose? In those lines, can you try to motivate us so that we can know what kind of a person you are? I'm sure you can help somebody out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So self-love is like the most important thing, because personally I believe that once you start to love yourself, everything else follows after.
Okay.
Yeah. So we just have to learn how to accept ourselves. It's not an easy thing. For me, I think I decided to accept myself when I was in grade 9.
Okay.
No, grade 10 actually.
Okay.
I began self-acceptance in grade 10, and it's a really amazing experience. When you begin to accept yourself, you also then begin to accept other people for who they are.
Okay.
So self-acceptance is very important in life. And then we shouldn't be afraid of being alone.
Okay.
I think, especially at school, that's one thing I've noticed. You'd find that there's so many groups of people. They are always together. They eat together. They do everything together. But then I think it's right that you take some time to be alone and discover who you really are.
Okay.
Because if you're always with someone, how can I put this? You'd adapt their habits and you wouldn't know who you are. You'd just be a replica of someone else. So it's very important that we acknowledge the fact of it's normal. Being alone is something that happens, you know? You just have to, how can I put this?
Like what you're saying is, for you to discover yourself,
Yes,
you have to spend more time with yourself.
yeah.
But don't you think that maybe would be mean? I mean, sometimes you have to mingle with friends. It's just your belief, or that's the kind of a person you are?
It's the type of a person I am.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you find that to be more interesting when you're alone?
Because you'd want to be friends with people who would accept you. But how can they accept you if you've never taken the time to discover and love you for who you really are?
Okay.
So first you have to be alone, know who you are, and then you know how you're supposed to be treated by other people.
Okay.
Yes.
So what would you love to become when you complete your education?
I really want to be independent.
I mean, in like career-wise.
Career-wise.
Yeah.
School's really hard, so... Okay, my
A
point...
doctor, a lawyer, or what? What do you want to become?
Anything in the medical field.
Anything in the medical
Yeah,
field.
and
Why the medical field?
I just have a passion for helping people.
For helping
Yeah.
people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I think I would also like to pursue poetry.
Okay.
I love writing poetry. I've been a poet since 5th grade, so
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so finally, what do you do sometimes at school when you feel lonely, when you miss home? What makes you, like you to keep yourself busy away from those thoughts of maybe I'm sure sometimes you miss home,
Yeah.
sometimes you feel lonely. How do you overcome that when you're at school?
Usually I write.
You write,
Yeah.
so you like writing?
I write
Okay.
my feelings. Just
In your diary?
I have a anthology of poems.
Okay.
Yeah, so on paper, my feelings become a work of art. So I just take everything I feel and write it down that way. Yeah, sometimes talking to someone helps. Just have one person that you trust and then you tell them. Yeah.
Okay, that was great. That was very great, Zangi. Well, you've heard it all. We've heard at least something from our friend Zangi here, Chloe. So it has been a pleasure having you. And I'm sure that you've learned so many things about her life and the budding life that she's leading right now. So all I can say is that, it is very important to learn from other people and what they are experiencing in life, because this will make us better people, okay? Maybe there are some of you out there who are at boarding school or whom their parents have said you need to go for a boarding school next year or whatever, and then you're scared. You've heard it from Zangi. If she has done it, you can always do it. And she finds boarding school to be a very good school. It's not a military thing, but it's all good. So you can learn something from it, and then you can just make up your mind and you tell your mom, well, mom, I think I'm ready now because Zangi, Chloe, said it. Okay, so is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can do it. So, yeah. So we are coming to the end of the interview, and if you like what you're watching, you can subscribe, or you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram.